With a nasty injury scare and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Asked if he is interested in entering the world of politics following his retirement from WWE, The Undertaker told WrestleBinge, "Politics? No, I have no aspirations at all about getting into politics. I think my closet's a little too full of skeletons that would probably come out. They've been in there for a while and I plan on keeping them there." Giving his thoughts on Brock Lesnar, who he had many matches and moments with in WWE, Kurt Angle told the True Geordie podcast, "Brock was special because not only was he a great amateur wrestler, but this guy was the most powerful, quickest person I've ever met for his size. Strongest, smartest, just overall best wrestler I've ever seen. It didn't matter where Brock went. He was gonna succeed no matter what. It didn't matter what sport you put him in. Basketball, you put him in football, you put him in soccer, doesn't matter. He's going to excel. He's going to be at the top. He's going to be the best at whatever he does. That's how good Brock Lesnar is." Taking to Facebook, WWE Hall of Famer the Great Khali celebrated the birth of his son, posting this video.
Send this to your wife.
Speaking about Sting's final run in pro wrestling, AEW President Tony Khan said during the Full Gear media call, "For Sting, I expect he will go out in a great blaze of glory. Nobody tries to talk Sting into doing the insane things he does in these matches. He's always trying to push the limits. It goes to show that he just wants the fans to have a good time, and that's a mindset Sting has brought to wrestling for so many years. Now, in 2023, these past couple of years, I think Sting has been crazier than ever and done some of the wildest stuff he's ever done in wrestling in his 60s. We want to make sure we give him a great last run in AEW. When it comes to WWE's perspective on how Logan Paul is doing as a title holder in the company, it was said that Ringside News reached out to inquire about how Logan Paul is being viewed as United States champion. After all, this marks another part-time champion in WWE. The Maverick is going to be around, but not more than a usual full-time talent on the roster would. We were told by a tenured member of the team within WWE that the internal feeling about Logan Paul is that he's already generated great publicity for the US title. They're obviously very happy about how things are going with Paul as US champion. It was already announced that Logan Paul will travel to Australia for Elimination Chamber. The event will take place on Saturday, February 24th, 2024 at the Optus Stadium in Perth, Western Australia. It will be interesting to see if he is still WWE United States champion when that time comes. As Becky Lynch became the final member on Bianca Belair's War Games team, she revealed a phone call she received from Charlotte Flair prior to Smackdown. Here's the video.
What do you want? No! Eh. I said.
With a fan posting art of the 5 members of Damage CTRL, Asuka responded, insinuating that she should be the leader of the group, writing, "Am I not the center? I think I should be in control of Damage CTRL because I'm a living legend, right?" Going over the attendance numbers between WWE and AEW, Ringside News wrote that WrestleTix has compiled attendance figures for WWE and AEW television shows from the recent week. It seems that we are looking at another week when WWE dominated, despite the fact that this was a pay-per-view week for AEW as they make their way toward full gear. WWE Raw was held at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. on November 13th, boasted the highest attendance with 9,942 tickets sold. AEW Dynamite, which took place at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California, recorded an attendance of 3,429 fans on November 15th. WWE Smackdown was hosted at the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana on November 17th. The Blue brand saw 5,990 tickets sold. Lastly, AEW Collision and Rampage, held at the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California, had an audience of 4,365 on the same night. Previously, it was reported that WWE has a renewed interest in NJPW star Okada, and this is why the company is giving Shinsuke Nakamura a push. Now, it's been added that Ringside News reached out to our sources within WWE to inquire about interest in bringing in the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. We were told by a tenured member of the team that Kazuchika Okada has reached out to see if WWE is interested. That being said, it's not like WWE is pursuing and making a big play for Okada. We were additionally told that there was a meeting where a number of names were brought up. His was one of many. It seems that Kazuchika Okada's name is coming up in WWE after all. With Sheamus suffering a shoulder injury at the end of September, this was said regarding his comeback as Ringside News writes. The Wrestling Observer newsletter noted that Sheamus is set to make his return to WWE programming on the November 24th episode of WWE Smackdown, which coincides with the show preceding the Survivor Series event scheduled for November 25th. Making his return to the ring after more than 3 years, former NXT star Chris Hero defeated Timothy Thatcher last night at the West Coast Pro Wrestling event in San Francisco. He would then cut a promo where he strongly teased retirement. Here are the clips.
And I can't think of a better way I'd like to end my story than here at West Coast Pro Wrestling. Y'all like my boots? I'm just fucking with y'all. I want y'all to see me this West Coast on my boots. I'm just fucking with y'all. I want y'all to see me this West Coast on my boots.
During AEW Rampage, Roderick Strong got hit with a Spanish fly from Action Andretti, where he landed badly on his head. The match was paused for a time so medical could check on him. After the bout, Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer said this regarding his condition: "The word is he's okay, I have no idea how." Roderick Strong then broke his silence on the matter, writing, "Can't keep me down, #NextStrong." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.